This has been a very interesting project to watch develop. I'm very keen for it to be successful. And it's been something that Clitheroe could have done with for the last 30 or 40 years.
It's fabulous to see the work that's happened in very challenging times over the last few months, and this will be a fabulous asset for all of the residents of the Ribble Valley and in particular residents of Clitheroe.
This is, a hidden gem. This is a real discovery.
What it'll bring in the short and into the long term is something for the locals to be proud of.
I'm Richard Stephenson, I'm the chair of the Primrose Community Nature Trust, and I'm standing here in the new Primrose Nature Reserve that is going to be opening at any day now. Now, for those that don't know, Primrose Community Nature Trust is a new trust. We're a registered charity, and it was formed specifically for this project.
Hello, I'm Jack Spees. I'm the Chief Executive of Ribble Rivers Trust, but I'm also the Senior Project Manager for the Primrose Blue Greenway Project. I was consulted by the Council in early 2018 for the third time around a plan to try and convert the site into a public open space. After looking at the plan and discussing things with the Council, we identified that there was an opportunity to apply to the Ministry for Housing, Communities and Local Government for European Regional Development Fund support that would actually allow us to take the project forward and convert the site into a public open space. We then commenced with a funding application which we submitted in spring of 2018, and by September of 2018 we were informed that we'd been successful with our application and the funding was in place to take the project forward.
There's three phases of work on Primrose Lodge. The first was to desilt the lodge itself and create more open water to benefit wildlife. The second was to allow public access to the site by creating a footpath from Woon Lane through to Worley Road. The third is to open up Mearley Brook to migratory fish such as salmon and sea trout by building a fish pass on the dam at the bottom of the lodge.
So we opted for an Alaskan A fish pass. Now that is a technical fish pass that is designed to give very specific hydraulic, turbulent water that will allow fish to swim upstream. At the beginning of the project, it was expected that our fish pass would be the longest fish pass in England at over 40 metres in length. But while the project's been going on, there's been some rather large fish passes built on the River Severn. However, we're still proud that our fish pass will be the longest Alaskan A in England.
Hi, I'm Robert Gate from Conservefor. I'm the site supervisor here on Primrose. What you're looking at here is the Accoya Bridge, supplied by Coulson's Bridges. This was put up by one of the trustees of the Primrose estate. It took around about a week to install. This was probably one of the most logistically difficult things on the project to do, just in terms of where it's placed, but we're very happy with how it's turned out. There's also, similar to this, you've got the boardwalk, which is made out of recycled plastic, which follows the whole way along the trail to the viewing platform overlooking Primrose Lodge. Altogether it's been a fun and challenging project, and it's come together extremely nicely.
This is something that actually all the community can take part of. The children, the walkers, the workers. This is, a hidden gem. This is a real discovery for us because I actually didn't realise this was here. So it's a voyage well worth taking. I think it will mean a safe walk. I think it will mean the encouragement of nature, and also you can actually get a wheelchair here. So all our community, whatever your ability is, will be able to see where you're in the heart of Ribble Valley and you're in the heart of nature. Couldn't be better.
We're now engaging the community to actually take ownership of the site, to actually look after the site, and to make it as a major asset for Clitheroe. It doesn't just stop here. We've got lots of great plans for how we can extend it, and one of the funding partners that we did, and the first one was from the European Union, and that was very much an important part of the engagement of the community, because a lot of the funders want not only for these nature reserves to be good for nature, but also for the community and the school kids and everything else to come and enjoy and understand and be in touch with nature. Now, we're massively fortunate in Clitheroe of having this site right in the middle of town, and we're going to look forward to taking care of it and making it a wonderful asset for the Clitheroe community.
Hi, I'm Nicola Hopkins. I'm the Director of Economic Development and Planning at Ribble Valley Council. From the local authorities' perspective, we've been keen to enable this hidden asset, because it was very hidden for years, to be regenerated and brought back into public use. Previous housing developments in the area have contributed to it, and so the council contributed over £350,000 of Section 106 monies to enable this work to happen, and will be contributing for the future maintenance to the trust. From my perspective, it's fabulous to see the work that's happened in very challenging times over the last few months, and this will be a fabulous asset for all of the residents of the Ribble Valley, and in particular residents of Clitheroe. So it's lovely to see, and it's the work undertaken is huge, and it's great to be able to see it today and experience it, and I can't wait for it to be open so that the public can come and see it as well.
One of the things that's always excited me about this project is that although there's been some habitat here and there's been wildlife here, largely it's been regarded as an eyesore, as a wasteland by the local communities, not an asset, not something to celebrate and enjoy. We've already seen that people are extremely excited about this project, desperate to get in and explore, and I think what it'll bring in the short and into the long term is something for the locals to be proud of, something for them to enjoy, and actually take a sense of ownership over. The new trust, Primrose Community Nature Trust, that's been set up to own and operate the site into the future, have had a huge response to the volunteer requests, with people really keen to help look after the site. I think it'll really bring something to this end of Clitheroe. I was a part of this community at one time, and it was always something that was talked about. How can we improve this site? How can we gain access? But I think a really other important point is that this is just the first phase. We don't think that the site has finished its transformation. People can now get into the site. The site is now owned by a registered charity operating in the public interest, but there is fantastic opportunity to further improve the site, to add further benefit. In the plans that have been consulted with the local community are a circular walk, trying to find ways to connect the site through to the town centre, and also looking at opportunities for green parking. So the site is going to bring amazing benefit both now but well into the future.